when last we wandered these myriad plains. A slight warning creeps into Dahl's tone. Do not seek out Feyrod, Restless One. I am certain that it will simply come full circle again, with you none the wiser and Feyrod a few coppers richer. Accept death, Restless One. Do not perpetuate your circle of misery. And still, we journey on. I can understand, I suppose, though your beliefs are strange to me. This walking corpse has the numbers 1094 carved into its forehead. Its mouth has been sewn tightly shut, and the chemical reek of fresh formaldehyde hangs in an overpowering cloud around it. Despite the pallid, sunken features, and lifeless, milky eyes, it is clear that this was once a handsome young man. Leave the corpse in peace. Because in this game, we are going to try to be lawful. That will allow us to get certain advantages that otherwise would be unavailable to us. Ooh. So that's not a doorway.
Done. I'm gone.
Oh, hello. You're just standing there, huh, zombie worker? This huge corpse is standing silently in a corner of the room, facing the wall. He looks to have been a heavy-set man in his early years, and judging by the condition of the body, he died only recently. The freshly stitched number on his forehead reads 1664. This corpse looks like it is serving as a librarian, for it is carrying a huge stack of books in its arms. Let's examine the books. The books appear to be old mortuary ledgers, none of them of any particular interest. As you search through the texts, however, you notice a loose page folded between two of the books. You are suddenly struck with the feeling that someone tucked it there to hide it. Take the page. But this is the missing page from the book we found earlier. The page doesn't look like it belongs with the ledgers. It looks like it belongs in a logbook. The tear is clean, as if with a knife. So you suspect the page was removed on purpose. Read through it. You take a moment to read through the page. It's a list of dead bodies brought to the mortuary and logged in the receiving room. All the entries appear to be recent arrivals. Alright, take the page, and we will examine the page. Alright. This ragged page looks like it was cut neatly out of a book. It is written in a tight, crabbed script. So we ourselves may be on this list. See, a drunk chest wound, desiccated corpse, cause of death indeterminable, age of shell prevents identification. Okay, Feyrod brought this person in, Pox brought this one in. No possessions, stripped. Knife marks evident from dissection. Scarred shell, is that us? Cause of death indeterminable. Scars do not appear to be cause of death. Shock, trauma. Collector, Feyrod. 3 commons paid. Possessions logged. Fist irons, 13 commons. Middle table, receiving room. Yeah, that is us. We were number 16539. Pretty sure we are the scarred shell. As with the previous entries, these shells Feyrod has brought also show signs of having been prepared. I have asked that Initiate Emmerich launch an investigation into the matter. Furthermore, entry 16542 is one of Feyrod's gang. I have seen the individual before. I would ask Emmerich to pay heed to how the man died. So they show signs of having been prepared. So is he returning corpses that have already been treated by the dustman? How's he getting a hold of them? I wonder if that is integral to the story here. If I can hit the right key and escape the menu there.
All right.
It's interesting. Ooh.
I'm gone.
More stuff to explore. That is
I'm gone.
empty. Ooh, bandages? Nothing.
I'm gone.
And nothing. This lady is
Done.
going to be of some help to us, if I remember correctly. The eyes of this corpse are set close together, and the eyeballs themselves are slightly askew. One faces to the left, and the other to the right. You can barely make out the number 257 traced into its bruised forehead. It looks like the corpse has taken several blows to the head, making the number difficult to read. Don't you get dizzy with your eyeballs facing like that. There is no flicker of understanding in the corpse's eyes. They stare silently off to the left and right. Well, leave it in peace. What about this one? This heavily stitched corpse is shuffling lazily back and forth between two slabs. The number 506 has been stitched into its forehead, and on the side of its neck, and its right arm. In fact, the skin of this pilling corpse has been sewn up with so many stitches, its skin looks like a bizarre street map. Examine the stitches. The stitches encircle the corpse, running from its arms, across its chest, up its neck, and into the damp mass of white hair. As you follow the crossroads of stitches, you notice someone has jammed a needle into the corpse's forehead. The needle is attached to a thread stitching up the side of the skull, and you could probably unravel it if you had something to cut the thread. Well, we do. We have a scalpel. More experience, yay. You slice the thread neatly with the scalpel, then pluck out the needle and pull the stitches out. As you do, the skin covering the forehead peels back to reveal the corpse's chalk-white skull, where, to your surprise, the number 78 has been chiseled. Seems you got two different designations there, corpse. The corpse stares straight ahead, oblivious. We had the option to examine it again. Okay, well, never mind then. Leave it in peace. This zombie. This corpse, 985, has stopped dead in its tracks. Judging from the condition of its left leg, it looks as if some sort of tomb rot or corpse mold has eaten through its knee. The corpse is wobbling unsteadily back and forth, trying to keep its balance. Let's try and help it. You reach out for the corpse's left arm to help steady it. As you grab its arm, however, the corpse suddenly sways to the right, and you end up tugging the corpse rather than steadying it. Uh-oh. There is a crack from the corpse's left leg, and the body falls like a dead tree. Its torso strikes the stone flagstones and shatters like a rotten melon, filth and ichor gurgling from the cavity. To your surprise, no one seems to have noticed the corpse's collapse, and even stranger, the left leg remains standing where the body was, as if at attention. After a moment, the leg falls over with a wet thump. As you gaze upon the putrefied remains of the corpse, you notice that its left arm seems intact. It is snapped from the torso during the fall, and it doesn't appear to have been touched by the tomb rot that has spread through the rest of the body. I wonder if I could make use of that arm. I don't know. Did we get it?
I'm gone.
Sure enough, there is a left arm. What is the use of that? Oh, it's a weapon. It's a club. Not usable by mages. Well, even though we are intending to become a mage, we are not a mage yet. This does 1 to 6 crushing. Our scalpel does 1 to 3 piercing. Well, let's put it on our bar at least. I guess we'll equip that. Have the scalpel ready for use. Okay, we got an interesting little improvised weapon there.
All right.
Let's go back up here.
I'm gone.
And speak with Iveen. You see a slight young woman with pale features. The sunken flesh around her cheeks and neck makes her appear as if she is starving. She seems intent on dissecting the corpse in front of her, prodding the chest with a finger. Greetings. The woman does not respond. She seems too intent on the body in front of her. As you watch her work, you suddenly notice her hands. Her fingers are talons. They are darting in and out of the corpse's chest cavity like knives, removing organs. I bet she's a tiefling. What's wrong with your hands? The woman makes no response.
Updated my journal.
Yeah, she's a tiefling, Chief. Yeah, I thought she was. They got fiend blood in their veins, usually. 'Cause some ancestor of theirs shared knickers with one demon or another. Makes some of them addle in the head, and addle looking too. Tap the woman to get her attention. The woman jumps and whips around to face you. Her eyes are a rotting yellow, with small orange dots for pupils. As she sees you, her expression changes from surprise to irritation, and she frowns at you. Greetings. She doesn't seem to have heard you. She leans forward, squinting as if she can't quite make you out. Whatever is wrong with her eyes must make her terribly nearsighted. You! She clacks her talon fingers together, then makes a strange motion with her hands. Find thread and embalm juice. Bring here to Iveen. Go, go, go. Note: you have been assigned a quest. Quests are displayed in your diary and in the quests portion of your journal. To see all the quests you've been assigned and their status, simply select Quests from the journal menu. What's wrong with your hands?
Updated my journal.
She turns away. She makes no sign that she heard you, so she's blind and deaf. I think the Dusty's chit might be a bit short of hearing, Chief. Let's lay off, shall we? What's wrong with her hands? Oh yeah, we get the same tiefling explanation. That is fine. So we've got a needle and thread. We need to find some embalm juice. Embalming fluid, I guess that means. No embalming fluid there. None there.
Done.
Did we check this? I think we did, but I want to make sure. Yeah, we did. Or it's just empty.
Done.
So we need to find some embalming fluid
All
to
right.
complete this quest. Nothing here.
I'm gone.
Oh, here is a zombie.
Done.
The shambling corpse gazes at you with vacant eyes. The number 821 is carved into his forehead, and his lips have been stitched closed. The faint smell of formaldehyde emanates from the body. Seen anything interesting going on? As you address the zombie, it blinks in surprise. What? Wait. Why are you disguised as a corpse?
Updated my journal.
The zombie is trying to respond behind stitched lips. He has a peculiar, half-frightened, half-angry expression. Who are you? What you want? Well, let's try this. Why, I was looking for you. Looking for me? Why? He squints at you. You got a message for me? Yes, I have a message for you. What message? I have new orders. He narrows his eyes, like he's trying to figure you out. What orders? I am here to relieve you. Give me all the information you've gathered, all your possessions, then leave.
Updated my journal.
Whoa, that worked. We got 6 items and 500 experience. The zombie looks disappointed, but he shrugs and begins to fish deeply into his stained tunic. Been quiet. Dusty's been quiet. Nothing new since last report. After a few moments, he hands you some items, then grunts. Here. Judging by the smell, they must have been hidden so as to avoid turning up if he was searched. Me leave in short while. Leave? How? The zombie nods. You want out? Go to arch on first floor. Northwest room. You need finger bone. shape of crook. He holds up his index finger and bends it into a crook. When UFK, go to Arch, jump to secret crypt, and can escape from here. Secret escape route. He nods eagerly. You can rest there. A crooked finger bone. Where am I going to find one of those?
Updated my journal.
Ooh. He shrugs. Must be one round somewhere. Look at strange rooms on upper floor. Maybe there. Alright. I had some other questions. What do you want to know? Do you know someone named Feyrod? Feyrod? The zombie frowns briefly in thought. Me. Here he lives somewhere, Hive. He shakes his head. Not nowhere. He frowns again. Dusty's very mad. They not like Feyrod. The Hive. Slums outside this place. Why don't the dustmen like Feyrod?
Updated my journal.
He's a collector. Brings debtors to mortuary, sells them to dustmen. Brings lots of debtors. Dusty's not know where he gets debtors. Think he's putting Burks in the dead book. What? He's saying this Feyrod Burke has been selling a lot of debtors, corpses, to the dustmen. That's what collectors do. They gather dead bodies and sell them to the dustmen. Sounds like this Feyrod's been selling so many debtors that the Dusties think he's been putting hivers in the dead book before their hour's up. You know, killing people. I see. There's something else I want to know. I'm missing a journal. Have you seen it? Dunno. Some Burke peel you. What? He wants to know if somebody's robbed you. Probably what happened. Probably Ferod's got the journal. Alright. Yeah, one more look here at these things. Yeah, how did you get to look like that? Me good at disguise. Me also got scars. Me wear lots of embalming fluid. Me make good zombie. The zombie giggles through stitched lips, then taps his head. Dusty is stupid. If you say so. Yeah, they're the stupid ones, alright. Zombie worker. Oh, the sarcasm is evidently lost on the zombie, who nods eagerly. Stupid Dusties. Me make good zombie. Well, that disguise is pretty good. Can you disguise me as a zombie? He looks you up and down for a few moments, mumbling to himself, then nods. Uh-huh. Me need, jar of embalming fluid, points at the scars on your chest, and some needle and thread. Is that going to use that stuff up? Let me go see if I can find some. What have we got in our inventory? We've got embalming fluid and 2 needle and threads. I don't want to take the risk that he's going to use up all of our stuff and then we can't get what Ivene's about to give us.
Alright.
So we'll go see her first, and if the stuff's left over, then we'll get him to disguise us as well. You see Ivene. She is still dissecting the corpse's chest with her talons. The rhythm of her talons reminds you of something, but you can't quite recall what. Watch her. Study the motions of her hands.
Updated my journal.
Cool. As you study the motion of Ivene's hands, you feel a prickling along your scalp. Then suddenly, you find your vision swimming, blurring, until you are standing in front of a freshly slain corpse. Rigor mortis, making a mockery of its smile. The number 42 has been stitched into its scalp. The zombie is lying on a slab, and you have just finished stitching up its chest. You have placed something inside, something that may prove useful if you come this way again. Echo. Keep these things safe. and wait for my return. We're getting a lot of experience here. Should be leveling up soon, I would imagine. The memory of your voice is an echo, strange and hollow to your ears. You cross your arms in front of your chest, and to your surprise, the corpse does too. After a moment, its hands fall back to its sides, and as it does, the vision fades, until you are watching Ivine's hands make their stitching motions once more. Note, you have regained a memory. Memories can give you additional experience points, skills, and may even lead you to gaining something else of value later on, like an item from a corpse's chest apparently. Well, let's get her attention. She turns, sees you, then frowns. Zomfies. She clacks her talon fingers together impatiently, then makes a stitching motion with her fingers. Yeah, I've got that stuff.
Updated my journal.
Okay, so we did lose the items. Without missing a beat, Ivine snaps the thread from your hands and hooks it around one of her talons, then begins sewing up the corpse's chest. She then takes the embalming fluid and begins to apply a layer to the corpse. Well, let's wait and see what's going to happen. Within minutes, she is finished. She clicks her talons, then turns to face you. To your surprise, she extends her hand and drags her talons along your arms and chest. Keep playing, zombie.
Looks like you got a new friend, Chief. You two need some time together, or...
Keep playing, zombie. As she traces your arms and chest, you suddenly notice she seems to be examining your scars. She withdraws her talons, clicks them twice, then bends forward and examines some of the tattoos on your chest.
Hooray on you. Hivers do that. No respect for Zomfies. Zomfies, not paintings.
She sniffs, then pokes one of your scars.
This one, bad shape, many scars, no preserves.
Wait. Her talons suddenly hook into the thread you brought her, and lightning-like, she jabs another talon into the skin near one of your scars. It feels barely more than a pinprick, but it looks like she's about to start stitching you up again. Well, let her work.
Updated my journal.
Max HP increased permanently. Sweet. Ivine. The sensation is curiously painless as Ivine begins to stitch up your scars. When she is done, she sniffs you, frowns, then stabs her fingers into the embalming fluid. Within minutes, she has dabbed your body with the fluid, and strangely enough, it makes you feel better. Well, let her finish.
This may be the second time in my life I'm thankful I don't have a nose.
Thanks, Mort. You're a real sweetheart. Ivine puts the last touches on your body, gives you another sniff, nods, then makes a shooing motion with her talons.
Done. Go, go.
Thank you, Ivine. Did I lose? I did lose the embalming fluid, so it's a good thing I didn't get that guy to make me a disguise, huh? Not that I don't apparently look quite a bit like a zombie already.